Eyes, the tool through which we are able to appreciate the vibrant colors and majestic beauty of nature. There are those who see nothing. Some will hardly see blurred shapes and images. These are the realities of life of visually impaired and blind people. In Pakistan, hundreds of people go blind every day. Nearly 1 in 10 people are visually impaired.
Causes of blindness in Pakistan are actually different in children and they're different in adults, but as a whole, if I were to tell you, the causes will be cataract, glaucoma, refractive errors. In children, some children are born blind due to certain errors, and they could be as a result of congenital cataract or high refractive errors or optic atrophy or macular scars. These are all congenital reasons for being born blind.
It is sad to realize that our society is plagued with ignorance and negativity when it comes to understanding the needs of visually impaired people.
I feel lack of education is a problem. Not having assistive technology in major educational institutions. Mobility is another challenge. Not having adequate public transport facilities is another major barrier, and the attitude of society that due to visual impairment people just cannot do anything or can live meaningful and successful lives. This attitude needs to be shifted through education of general public.
When parents first learn about their child's visual impairment, it is an emotional setback.
बहुत दिल दुखा, अजीब ही कैफियत होती थी कि सब बच्चे माशाल्लाह सेट हैं, कहीं जाती थी फ़ौरन गिर जाती थी, कहीं चोट लग जाती थी।
इसकी पैदाइश के तकरीबन 1 महीने बाद हमें ये शक हुआ कि ये देख नहीं सकती। फिर इसके बाद हमने टेस्ट वगैरह करवाए, इसके कुछ मेडिकल टेस्ट करवाए, तो उससे हमें पता लगा कि ये ब्लाइंड है, बिल्कुल ज़ीरो है। बड़ा अफसोस हुआ इसका, बड़ा दुख हुआ। मतलब 2-3 महीने तक तो ये जहन कबूल करने के लिए तैयार ही नहीं था कि हमारी बेटी के साथ ऐसा हो गया। तो बस यही दिल परेशान रहता था कि क्या करेंगे, कैसे करेंगे, इसकी कैसे परवरिश करेंगे।
At times, parents feel apprehensive bringing such children to the forefront, for society often treats them with a severe lack of empathy.
फिर डॉक्टर्स ने, बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स ने इसको यानी कि एक बच्चे को उस तरह लिया, ट्रीट करा के अपने डॉक्टर्स को दिखाने लाके इसकी पिक्चर्स दो, इसकी पिक्चर्स दो, इसकी पिक्चर्स हमें इस जगह लगानी है। हमें अच्छा फील नहीं होता था, जाके ना हम और ज़्यादा डिस्टर्ब हो जाते थे, हमारा और ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस हो जाता था कि हम अपने बेटे के अच्छे के लिए जाते हैं। जैसे डॉक्टर्स हमें गाइड करें, हमें इसका हल बताएं कि इसका हल क्या है, बजाय इसके वो अपनी यानी कि अपनी एक उसमें हो जाते थे कि हमें एक एक्सपेरिमेंट मिल गया।
Just like any other parents, those of blind children also want them to acquire the best possible education and become a functional part of society.
Education can allow visually impaired people to find employment opportunities as well as to become self-employed. It enables to find better voices for themselves and tell the society what they are capable of. Having a master's degree and pursuing a PhD as a visually impaired person, my education allowed me to serve as a visiting faculty in different institutions of Karachi and also to pass the Public Service Commission exam and to serve as a government officer.
Ida Rieu Welfare Association spawned as a light in the darkness for the visual and hearing impaired children in 1921 in Karachi. It is named after Lady Ida Augusta Rieu, an Irish lady who devoted her life to social welfare.
If we can educate these children, they should be ready to face what the world is all about. And that basically is our mission. We want to give them the confidence and the will to be able to go outside and behave like normal people.
Ida Rieu has been imparting education from Montessori to postgraduate level for almost 10 decades now. Trained faculty, small class sizes, and individualized instruction are the hallmarks of Ida Rieu. Special education teaching techniques and equipment are used for concept development where traditional approaches fail. Life-changing and enriching experience is ensured to students through three-tiered educational philosophy of Ida Rieu. Imparting quality education, helping students with their personal development, and divulging relevant vocational skills to make them financially independent.
We have, because it's fundamentally a blind and deaf institution, so obviously we have a blind school which has been founded by the family of Dr. Panjwani. Madam Nadra Panjwani is the life and soul behind that. We have the deaf school, which is divided into two parts. We have a junior deaf as well as a senior deaf. Then we have the supporting structure for these schools, like we have boarding for the boys is separate, the girls is separate, and we can accommodate up to about 120, 130 children in the hostels. The girls' hostel was funded by the family of the Mir family, had made the girls' hostel. The boys' hostel was funded by the Infaq Foundation, and after that we had a number of other things that came up with it, like the library, which was the Hatim Ali Library, which was founded by the Alvi family. It was, of course, in memory of Mr. Hatim Alvi. We used to have vocational training here before, but this is the first time there's been commissioned as such. Mr. Maoji has dedicated a building for that purpose. So these are basically the organs that we have.
Dr. Panjwani School College for the Blind, established in Feb 2000 in Karachi, is the flagship institution for Ida Rieu. This complex has been specifically designed to cater to the educational and training needs of blind students and is one of the most prestigious schools of its kind in the country. Currently, over 300 students hailing from widely diverse backgrounds are benefiting from this co-education setup. The college is affiliated with the University of Karachi for its graduate and postgraduate programs. Learners having low vision are aided by magnifying glasses attached to reading stands and lamps. Students like to pursue a variety of interests and skill sets during their stay at the school, including clay molding, music, sports, and many others. In a very short time, they pride themselves in having participated and won in a variety of events both at domestic and national level.
आइडा रियू में पढ़ते हुए मुस्तफ़ा को तकरीबन 2-2.5 साल हो गए और माशाल्लाह यहाँ जब से पढ़ रहा है वो बहुत ज़्यादा यहाँ आने के लिए यानी कि खुश होता है यहाँ पर आकर। और जो यहाँ से पढ़ के जाता है और वो घर पे जाके मुझे बोलता है मामा मुझे ऐसे पढ़ाओ। पहले अहमद जैसे इस तरह से नहीं चल पाता था, बस डरा सहमा रहता था। जब से स्कूल में आते तो मैं अहमद को इंटर जैसे होते हैं मैं अहमद को बोलती हूँ अहमद आप मेरा हाथ पकड़ो, बजाय इसके वो इरिटेट होता है इस चीज़ से कि मैं उसका हाथ पकड़ती हूँ, वो इससे इरिटेट होता है। बोलता है मामा आप मेरा हाथ पकड़ो, मुझे पता है कहाँ मेरी क्लास है, आप मैं आपको लेके जाऊँगा।
ना ये तो स्कूल के लिए तो बहुत ज़्यादा क्रेज़ी है। शुरू में तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्रेज़ी थी, मतलब शुरू में 2-3 दफ़ा ये स्कूल आई है ना तो फिर तो ये कहती थी कि मुझे सिर्फ स्कूल ही जाना है, मुझे स्कूल में छोड़ दो। वापसी छुट्टी में भी ये ज़िद करती थी कि नहीं मुझे स्कूल में रहना है, इतना खुश होती थी यहाँ पे।
One of the distinguishing facilities provided at Ida Rieu is the Braille and Audio-Visual Library, which stocks a wide collection of Braille and talking books on almost all topics. In-house medical facility and regular psychological counseling is also provided by qualified doctors. Dr. Panjwani Complex for the Blind testifies Ida Rieu's pivotal contribution to the education and rehabilitation of its special children. However, the alarmingly increasing blind population in Pakistan requires more of such special schools.
The approximate rate of blindness in Sindh is 1.08%, and I feel that large figure is there because of lack of education, poor access to healthcare, poverty. All these factors combined have resulted in such a high rate.
We had been approached by a number of children from Upper Sindh, and they wanted to come and join Ida Rieu as students, and our hostel was under tremendous pressure because we cannot accommodate too many children there. So we were unfortunately turning them back because there was no option to make them stay here with us due to our limitations. So we at that time decided that we must have something upcountry as a branch of Ida Rieu.
Ida Rieu Welfare Association joined hands with Rashid Memorial Welfare Organization in 2013 to establish a custom-built school complex for the blind at Rashidabad. Located in district Tando Alayar, Sultan Ali campus, Ida Rieu School for Visually Impaired is nestled in a secure and serene environment. The building has been generously sponsored by Mr. Shahnawaz Ali and is being named after his father, Mr. Sultan Ali. This state-of-the-art campus for the visually impaired sprawls over 1.75 acres of land. The campus has 4 blocks, spacious school building, dining complex, along with residential units for faculty and staff. 2 spacious multi-storied hostels with all services including boarding facility are available on campus for 100 girls and 100 boys separately. Ida Rieu has recently commenced its operations at Rashidabad. By opening up a campus for visually impaired at Rashidabad, Ida Rieu Welfare Association has taken one more step towards fulfilling its mission of transforming lives of special children by empowering them to function independently and reach new horizons.
On the behalf of the blind community, I would want to tell the public that we do not need sympathies. We need your cooperation in creating an enabling environment for us so that we can utilize our skills and talents, and we need your cooperation in creating an environment where we are independent and we can support ourselves.
Together, we can light the candle of hope in the life of these visual and hearing impaired children and help turn their disability into ability.